A U.S. military spokesman said on Tuesday Iranian Revolutionary Guards launched rockets near the U.S. aircraft carrier Harry S. Truman and other warships as they were entering the Gulf on Saturday, giving only brief notice. The act was called highly provocative, the network said. The rockets were not fired at the Truman and other ships, only near them. Navy Commander Kyle Raines, spokesman for the U.S. Central Command, said several Revolutionary Guard vessels fired the rockets in close proximity of the warships and nearby merchant traffic, after providing only 23 minutes of advance notification. In an email, Raines reiterated these actions were highly provocative, unsafe, and unprofessional, and call into question Iran's commitment to the security of a waterway vital to international commerce.
Two U.S. military officials told NBC News on Tuesday that the aircraft carrier, USS Harry S. Truman, came about 1,500 yards from an Iranian rocket in the Strait of Hormuz last week. As the Truman was transiting the strait, which connects the Arabian Sea and the Persian Gulf, Iranian Revolutionary Guards conducted a live fire exercise right near the U.S. carrier Saturday, officials said. The official reported the U.S. ships were in the internationally recognized maritime traffic lane at the time, not in any territorial waters, when the Iranian Navy announced over maritime radio that it was about to conduct a live fire exercise and asked other vessels to remain clear.
Hey guys, Dabu7. Some big time updates here in this video. And as most of you know, there has been some epic flooding going on across the globe in different places. But specifically here in the United States, aside from the tornadoes and the damage done from the line of storms that came through and all the high wind damage done, there has been massive flooding going on. And Missouri seeing a lot of it, and they're expecting the Mississippi River, where the Missouri runs into it, to crest in the St. Louis area here within the next 36 hours. You are looking north of I-44 here near the Merrimack River. And you can see all the flooding going on. And what I look to do from here, if I can pull this off, is be able to provide everybody with some really good aerial shots of all this flooding going on in this area, as well as pull off a live stream of these aerial shots. So I'm going to do this on Dabu 777. This live stream aerial footage of this epic flooding going down here pertaining to the Mississippi River around St. Louis, right around its crest. And I really look to get out here and find the areas that have been hit the hardest and show everybody exactly what it's looking like from an aerial perspective. Now, I'm also going to do some research into a facility here that we've talked about. This landfill, this Westlake landfill. And here you can see another shot. If you look at the map, it sits right here where all this vegetation is. The nuclear waste that's been buried right here by the road. Okay? And go down this trail. This is the rest of the landfill. As you can see right here, the Bridgeton landfill right here. And this is the Westlake landfill where the nuclear waste sits. Right off this little road. Right here. And down here is where the fire is burning underground. Right here. So I look to get up around this area on this road, get some footage of what's going on here. And for those that missed it, let me show you some footage so you got an idea of what's going on. This was tweeted out by Real Mama Bird on Twitter. And, man, people have got to pay attention to what's going on. She has a right to be screaming, especially with all the high readings and the newest samples coming back from the U.S. Army Corps saying that there's levels like 7 times higher than they should be in this area when it comes to radiation. But look.
Magic fence with the radioactive waste down the hill onto
And she was standing right over here on this roadway, facing this way, with the water coming down over the hillside right here, down into a drain. So what I look to do is to get down in here and investigate this. This is a shout out to anyone out there that may have the tools in their arsenal, radiation detector, anything like that in the area. They can come out here and do a little bit of testing. Hell, the U.S. Army Corps came out and did some testing and even told the folks that lived in some of these houses and that worked at some of these businesses that some of the readings were extremely high and way above the legal level. Okay, I talked about that in another video. People have been dealing with this for years, and it's been kind of swept under the rug, and until we shed some light on it, nothing's ever going to get done. So I'm going to get down here for what it's worth, do some digging, looking around, soil samples, water samples, things of that nature can be taken, but really need someone out there that can do some good testing on the stuff if we get our hands on it. So I know that other cats are out there in St. Louis in the area. Anyone got a rad detector that can get down here and maybe pull off some readings? It ain't got to necessarily be while I'm down here. It can be independently. As long as you can get the reading and the numbers and the results out to us and show us, that'd be killer. But I look to be down here today, getting some footage and live streaming from the Mississippi River, all this flooding that's going on and all the damage that it's caused. So you never know what we're going to see along the way. Keep an eye out for the live stream event over on Dabu777. Make sure to follow me on Twitter because all my updates run through the Twitter account, no matter what YouTube channel I'm putting videos out on. And all the live streaming will be done primarily on Dabu777 unless I'm going to be over on Ustream. And you can check the Ustream live feed at undergroundworldnews.com/live feeds. So keep an eye out for that live stream showing all the footage of flooding and an eye out for even more footage pertaining to different stuff down here I'm going to be investigating and digging into. Got a small window of opportunity here to get it done. And here we go. So, till next time, this has been Dabu7. I'll see you guys from above the floods in Missouri.